City officials are ready to resume installing water meters in Chicago homes. The decision comes nearly 3 years after Mayor Lori Lightfoot halted the work amid concerns that it was causing lead to pollute the drinking water in thousands of Chicago homes. Joining us now in an exclusive interview to discuss this and more is Chicago Water Commissioner Andrea Chang. Commissioner, thank you for joining us. So first, tell us, how did the city decide that it is now safe to start resuming installing water meters?
Sure. So, originally the Meter Save program had been started in 2009 and had about 130,000 meters installed between then and 2019 when it was paused. And it was paused based on preliminary results from a research study that showed a slight elevation in water and lead levels after meters were installed in some homes. And we knew that the meters didn't have lead in it, and we knew it had to be a different more of a disturbance-based factor that was causing this increase. So after a little bit of looking into what options we had, we launched the ultrasonic meter study in 2020 to investigate whether ultrasonic meters might have less impact on residential lead levels after meter installation. And why did we look at ultrasonic meters? We looked at them because they have no moving parts compared to the original water meters that do have moving parts. And that's because those moving parts could disturb the corrosion control coating within the pipe. And that coating keeps the lead from leaching the system. So once we were able to get about 200 people into the ultrasonic meter study, which took a while because it was during COVID. It was launched a month before COVID started, so we couldn't get into people's homes right away. We were able to say something statistically significant. We recently got to that point where we had enough data to say from a statistical standpoint that we could confidently restart the program with new modifications to protect health and safety.
And just for... Go ahead, Commissioner.
I was just going to say, and those modifications involve mandatory flushing. What we actually found was that it's less about meter installation and more about flushing and water usage.
Okay, so you know then that by using these ultrasonic meters, that disturbance that caused that increased lead level in the water is a lot less likely. That said, there are still how many, so many lead lines or water lines that still are affected by lead. What is the city doing to ensure that that's not a problem for Chicago households?
So I just want to back up. So what we actually found was that the ultrasonic meters and the traditional meters were within the error of measurement when it came to lead levels, but that both of those were within the error of seasonal changes in lead levels due to temperature. So the original study found about 2 parts per billion with traditional meters. We found about 1.2 with ultrasonic parts per billion difference in lead. And what you get from seasonal temperature variation is about 3 parts per billion. But what we found more importantly was that the flushing that we were asking people to do after they installed a meter in order to get rid of the little lead particles that might come loose when you cut pipe wasn't really being done by folks. But for the ones that did flush, they actually had much lower lead levels. So part of what we'll be doing is having a mandatory flush after a meter installation, thus rendering that a much safer process. And by flush, I don't mean the toilet, because I get that question a lot. I mean the faucets, showers, it could be anything that moves water in the home. So with that modification, along with the distribution of water filters to be on the safe side and testing also to be on the safe side, that's going to be the key to restarting Meter Save.
Of course.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
And thank you for clarifying that. So before we run out of time, a couple of other things I wanted to be sure we get to. So data obtained by WTTW News, it also shows that city crews have replaced just 74 of the approximately 400,000 lead service lines that are responsible for contaminating Chicagoans' tap water since the city's 2020 rollout plan. What would you say is behind this delay in replacing those lines?
I'd say that we just need to correct some of the facts there. So it started in 2021, the program. And what we have in terms of programs rolled out is ones that focus on equity. And that's sort of the key, making sure that we have these programs appropriate for what works in Chicago. You know, many other cities have gotten more lead service lines replaced, but not in full, because they're not taking into account equity. So we do have about 74 completed between our equity program as well as our homeowner initiated program. And we're also working on our pilot where we're working on lead service line replacement at the same time as water mains. And anyone can volunteer for that on leadsafechicago.org.
And when you say focusing on equity, are you sort of shifting your focus then to be sure that communities that need it more are seeing those replacements more quickly?
We're not shifting it. It's been our focus since the beginning. So, you know, it's really important for Mayor Lightfoot that we do this equitably and not end up in the situation that some other cities have seen where only those who can afford lead service line replacement get it done. We're focusing on low income through our CDBG grant funding of that equity program. And so we're focusing on people who are least likely to be able to afford to replace it, but are most likely to be impacted. People with children in the home or elevated lead levels are a priority in that program.
Okay, plenty to talk about, but unfortunately we are out of time. That's where we'll have to leave it. Our thanks to Commissioner Andrea Chang for joining us.
Thank you.